Well, obviously, Donald Trump received the most attention last week, but he was not the only one arrested in this sham indictment. 19 co-defendants he's got, including our friend Harrison Floyd. Harrison Floyd, been on Newsmax many times when he was with Black Voices for Trump, a leader of that movement. He is a co-defendant in this case, and he actually spent, unlike the other defendants, a couple of nights in jail. Yeah. What's that all about? We'll find out. What is he charged with? Well, let's go through it here. Solicitation of false statements, influencing witnesses, conspiracy to commit solicitation of false statements. I've been through the indictment. It seems like a joke to me. Harrison Floyd, newly out of jail. I'm so glad you're free. How do you feel tonight? Welcome.
Man, Greg, thank you so much for having me. I feel amazing. As you know, being a Marine, when you come home from deployment, you just have this sense of joy and glad of being back. And so I'm just so grateful and very blessed that God looked out for me while I was in there, and that I'm home now.
Well, that's terrific. And tell us a little bit about, why you had to stay in there. Everybody got out pretty much right away. They posted the bond. Was it a financial thing? Why did you stay in jail? And how many nights was it?
I think it was close to a week. The district attorney's office never reached out to me like they did everyone else. If they had, I could have connected them with my lawyer here in D.C. and we could have worked out a bond agreement just like everybody else. They spoke to everyone around the sun trying to pressure me except for me. So I showed up just as I was told. I'm a Marine, so I try to be there a little bit early. So instead of showing up on Friday at 12:30, I got there the day before the president. Thought I was just going to check in like everybody else, but that was not the case.
Wow. What was it like in there? I should point out that it has a notorious reputation, this Fulton County Jail, and the fake news. Look at this. Was it that bad as what I'm looking at, as what we're seeing right here? What was it like? What were the conditions like?
All I'm going to say is God was definitely with me. When I stepped in that cell door and it closed behind me, I looked back and it said God first. And so there was a couple things I thought about while I was in there. One of them was Daniel in the lion's den. And I want to say, first and foremost, that, the conditions of that jail, the reason why it is the way it is, it's not because of the staff that works there. It's because of the failed leadership of Fulton County. They have not done a good job appropriating funds. They haven't done a good job of taking care of the facility. While I was in there, a lot of the officers, I was kind, I was polite. I treated them how I wanted to be treated, and they treated me with a lot of great respect. And they're not getting the resources that they need to ensure the safety of the prisoners, to ensure the safety of themselves. And what's going on in that jail, I've seen, worse conditions in Iraq. When I went to my cell for the first time, there was fecal matter smeared on one of the walls.
Yikes.
The first morning that I woke up, a guy in the cell next to me was getting tased. I'm just grateful that I served in the United States Marine Corps Infantry, and I've dealt with worse.
Wow.
But I really want to, if I can, Greg, just really stress for everyone out there, please pray for the inmates who are in that jail. There are some folks who have been in there for 2 years now and still haven't got bond. Somehow Fulton County has gone from sharecropping and convict leasing to doing what they're doing now, leaving folks in jail and making money off of them being in beds. So I'm very blessed and fortunate, and thank you to everyone who fought for me to get out, but there's still a lot of other people in there who really, really need to get out.
The fake news, Nicole Wallace and others, they were gleeful that the jail is in the state that it's in. Listen to this, please.
A jail that is accustomed to holding defendants facing charges up to and including violent crimes, where stabbings are frequent. And actually, 3 people have lost their lives over the last month. That jail is where the disgraced ex-president of these United States is heading right now.
There was a lot of that, a lot of gleeful kind of reaction. Oh boy, the jail is in tough shape, and that Republicans are going to be there. I know you can't talk. I think you can't talk specifically about the case against you, and anything you say, they're watching, so you want to, be careful about that. But overall, what do you want to say about this case?
I have family in Georgia. I have a cousin who was shot 6 times waiting for an Uber, and they still haven't found my cousin's shooter, but they found the time to indict me and 18 others for this silliness. I really wish that they would get their act together and serve the people of Fulton County, Georgia like they're supposed to, and get these people out of jail and get these people out of these conditions that they shouldn't be in. If we're going to walk around and call ourselves the greatest nation on earth, we shouldn't be treating each other and folks like this. I'm not surprised to hear something like this out of her mouth, who, probably supports abortion up to birth and a lot of other crazy things. So we just need to follow God and lead by example.
All right, Harrison Floyd, this is a journey. Hopefully this thing gets dismissed as it should be right away. Let's stay in touch. I'm sorry, before we go, I understand politics is in your future of a different variety.
I just want to thank God. I want to thank my wife, and I want to thank District Attorney Willis for giving me this Negro wake-up call, because she's reminded me that I need to get back into service and politics and to lead by example. And I will be exploring running for Congress this cycle to make sure that people are held accountable.
Wouldn't that be awesome? You go from a jail cell to a member of Congress. I love it. Good luck, Harrison, okay?
Thank you, Greg, for all the work that you're doing, telling the truth, man.
So appreciate those words from you. And to be continued, and we'll be right back.